Oh, there we go. It's in the right place. Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? Welcome along. Welcome back. Me. I've been away. You haven't been anywhere. Welcome back, me, is what you should all be saying in the chat. How are we all doing? Disney has been and gone, but I am keeping the Disney magic alive with a stream where I'm going to be building the newest, or one of the newest, Disney sets to have released, the Disney Pixar WALL-E and Eve set that came out on the 1st of September, and it looks awesome. I never got to build the original Lego Ideas WALL-E. Anna has it. Anna built it. It's downstairs. It's awesome. I am very much looking forward to building this one. It is just me solo this evening. We only got back from Disney late last night. Anna is having her rest day, and quite apart from anything else, as you can see, the Lego room is an absolute wreck. I've spent the afternoon filming my advent calendar review video, which is going to be out tomorrow, and there's just advent calendar pieces everywhere, so there's no room for Anna and certainly no room for Dave in this room anyway. But hello everyone, how are we doing? Are we all good? Have you had a good, what's it been, week and a half since we last streamed? Hope you've been behaving yourselves. Let us know down in the comments what you're going to be building along with me this evening, and I'm going to crack this bad boy open and get on. Let's see what's going on down in the chat. Having you on one screen and Brixie building the Death Star on the other. Brixie's building the Death Star, is he? Goodness me. You'll need a big table, but not a very deep camera angle. It's just he's just got a load of grey bricks and he's pouring them out onto a really flat plate, I imagine. But yeah, I don't have a Death Star. I suspect even if I were in LAN, they wouldn't be sending me a Death Star. I don't think I'm the man that they would want reviewing their new £1,000 Star Trek set. So I've probably ruled myself out of ever getting sent a Death Star or the equivalent. But yeah, I've got WALL-E and Eve, and this is the important thing, which I didn't. I promised on the last stream that I would buy this in Disneyland and it would be our Disney souvenir. Oh, it's not a new style box. I didn't. I got it from Costco because, as you will have seen if you've been watching the videos this week, it was $59.99, or is $59.99 in the Lego store from launch. On launch day, it was in Costco for £47, which is absolutely ridiculous. And there was just no way I was passing up on a deal like that. So I actually bought 3 of them. Anna's downstairs gluing one together now to take to Andy tomorrow, because Andy loves WALL-E. So as long as his Lego sets are glued together, they seem to stay in one piece. So she's gluing one together downstairs now. And then at some point she'll build her one, which will sit on the shelf next to her big one that she's already got. It looks like we get 2 books, so it is a set you can build as a twosome. We've got a book for WALL-E and a book for Eve, and I need to get my 20 points. Let's get my 20 points. But yeah, because I didn't get this as my Disneyland Paris souvenir, I ended up getting something else, which is in here somewhere, probably under that pile of advent calendar. You'll see it on Monday's stream, I imagine, because we will be back into normal schedule from Monday. What's 6 times 8? What is 6 times 8? 42? Come on, Kev, do maths. No, it's not 42. 20 divided by 10 is more up my street. That is 2. I can do that one. I've got an A level in maths. I just can't do mental arithmetic. I'm also not logged in, apparently, to my Lego Insiders account. So we're just logging into that quickly. And then I can get my 20 points, register your set. This set is for myself for no special occasion, and I got it from a retail store. It's actually a wholesale store if you want to be pedantic about it. Did you pick up the Paris architecture set in France? I didn't. I'm waiting for the new one in January. I got the Toy Story set that came out a couple of months ago, the little Toy Story train, because I wanted the Toy Story minifigures. So that was the souvenir that I got. I'll build it on Monday. I've also got this that I'll build on Monday that I picked up on last Monday. It feels like so long ago that I was in the Lego store buying that. But I've got the wicked brickheads to build. Anna's still got Neuschwanstein Castle to finish, and then she's got the 2 other new Wicked sets, the adult ones. She's got the Waller and the Bookends. We're busy. I wish our local-ish Costco would stock more Lego sets in store. The prices are always so good. Where is local to you? Because we've been to like 5 or 6 different Costcos around the country now, and they all have exactly the same stock. So if you're in the UK, I'd be surprised if they didn't have the same stock. If you're elsewhere in the world, then I guess it would vary. But certainly, we've done... Our local one is Leicester. The one we go to almost as often as Milton Keynes, because it's near the Lego store. We've also been to Manchester. We've been to Southampton. We've been to the one just off the M25. And they all seem to have the same stock. Have you seen the Speed Champions Lightning McQueen for next year? I have. I made a TikTok on it this morning. Derby Costco isn't great for Lego. We've never been to the Derby one. Am I still after a load of Train Track? I don't think so. If you've seen the most recent Lego video, the Lego City video, you'll see that I'm pretty much Train Tracked out, I think. Did I not film the trip? I did film the trip. You'll have already seen the video from the Lego store there. I've been releasing TikToks all week. There will be some stuff on the vlog channel once I get it edited. But yeah, we've been doing like 4 or 5 TikToks a day. It was very much a trip testing my new Ray-Ban Metas. That was our business reason for going. And they were fantastic. They're such a great bit of kit. They are definitely going to become an important part of the vlogging arsenal going forward. The fact that I no longer daily vlog and now live in a world where the DJI Osmo Pocket, the DJI Mic Minis and the Ray-Ban Metas all exist, daily vlogging would have been so easy. It's a shame there's just no way to make it work on YouTube in 2025. No one watches vlogs anymore. But if they did, the kit is... it's just a different world from what we used to have to slum it with 5 or 6 years ago, back when people watched vlogs. Isn't it always the way, boys and girls? Will your Disney video release on Tuesday on the vlog channel? There's going to be like 4 or 5 of them that will release over the course of the next couple of weeks. We're actually going on holiday in a couple of weeks, like an actual holiday, our first actual holiday in a long time, which we'll vlog a bit of, but it won't be every day. So we're going to try and stretch the Disney ones out to just before then, so that we can then flow straight into stuff from there. And yeah, it'll all come together beautifully. No stickers in the Wally set, really? Did Anna enjoy Waltz? We didn't go to Waltz. Where did we eat while we were away? We went to the steakhouse in the Disney Village, and we did the Royal Banquet. The Royal Banquet was phenomenal. I had a lobster. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet, but I had a lobster, or half a lobster. I had a crab's leg. I had a snail. I had oyster. There was so much seafood at this buffet, and I ate loads of stuff that I would never eat usually, and never would have got around to actually trying. But turns out lobster's really nice. I see why people make a fuss about lobster. Oysters are just grainy salt. I don't really get what they're for. They're just salty. Snails, I've had snails before, hot in garlic butter, and they were nice. Cold with no garlic butter, less so. I think it was a sea snail, and it had a pretty shell, but it wasn't like, I wouldn't go up and have 3 more. And the crab was fine, but not as good as lobster. That's my official review of seafood. But yeah, Royal Banquet's great. I got to meet Donald Duck. I got Daisy Duck was just flirting with me constantly. Daisy Duck wants a piece of Kev, I think. But Donald Duck, because I was wearing my Donald Duck lanyard, I had my Donald Duck bag with me. The ducks in general consider me one of them. I'm basically part duck at this point. yeah, so we had a jolly good time. The Ray-Bans prescription, not yet. Basically, I've been wearing them all week with contact lenses to decide if they're any good, because they've got, one of the great things about them is it's effectively a 30-day trial. It's a 30-day no quibble refund policy on them. So I figured I'd test them out for 30 days and then decide A, if I want to keep them, B, if I want to get my prescription put in them. So I've been using them with contact lenses, and they're brilliant. So I think I'm going to look into getting my prescription put in them when we get back from our holiday. But yeah, it's they're very good. Very, very good. I know some of you are very anti-TikTok, but if you want to see how good they are, go and watch some of the TikToks, because pretty much everything what they've allowed me to do is everything that's gone out on TikTok this week on the Mr. Kevin Chapman TikTok is stuff that won't be in the YouTube videos. So it's allowed the TikTok content to be completely native and the YouTube content to be completely native, which will improve both on their respective platforms and mean that people who follow us on both can watch both and get different stuff and not have to watch the same video twice, effectively. But it's basically been like a behind the scenes of the vlog before the vlog has come out. So it's caught some quite cool reactions and conversations between me and Anna. There's a bit when we're at the Royal Banquet where Anna I've got my lobster, but I don't have the things to crack the lobster open. And Anna's there like, do you want me to ask the man to get you the crackers? And I'm like, yes, please. And that's the sort of thing that would never make it into a vlog. But it was actually a really cool example of me and Anna in public. So it made it into the TikTok because the glasses picked it up. And the microphone on the glasses is fantastic, by the way. Brilliant. To the point where I want to use the microphone from the glasses instead of a microphone. I think it's that good that if they released an app for the Metas where you could just use the microphone and then sync it up with video recorded on another camera, there's a market for that. Such a good microphone. You managed to get all the advent calendars this year. I always get all the advent calendars. But yeah, they're in a pile over there. I've opened them all this afternoon. I've got like 3.5 hours of footage to edit after I finish this stream tonight or tomorrow morning, because tomorrow afternoon I'm at the Lego City while Anna goes to Andy's house and the video's coming out tomorrow at 5, so I've got to get that edited. So it might be a late one tonight, but I'm back in the late night editing habit again. I've been doing a lot of that at Disney. I'm back in the habit. Hello from Germany. Just saw your Lego house video and decided to subscribe here. Take care. Thank you very much. Need to get back to Lego house. It was fun. Need to get Anna there. That's got to be one of the next trips we do. Get Anna to Lego house. Could you not use them both live streaming? You can only live stream from the Metas to Meta platforms. I don't use Facebook at all, and I don't imagine I'll be live streaming to Instagram anytime soon. So, and plus the battery life on them is a bit ropey. I wouldn't want to, even when I'm using them quite sparingly, the battery lasts 4 hours maybe. So there was a lot of taking them off and charging them up, and like whenever I know there's nothing for me to film, I would swap them off and get them charged. So it's not, they're not perfect by any means. I'm not suggesting everyone rushes out and buys themselves a set of Metas. But I think they're a fantastic proof of concept of where we're heading with like video capture, social video stuff. I think they're very, very cool. Oh, that's clever. Is that his neck? Is it actually going to hold up this time? How many brick heads have I got left to build, or have I've got 2 to build, the wicked ones. Everything else is built. Trying to save for Chocolate Factory, but the pull was too much and got the F1 Speed Champion. It's always the way. I'm coming to UK next weekend to Brands Hatch. Is there a Lego store in the area? Where is Brands Hatch? I feel like I've seen a signpost to it in the last 24 hours. Is it down south somewhere? If so, I guess Bluewater. I feel like it's down south near the M25. So Bluewater's probably your nearest Lego store. If Brands Hatch is where I think it is. Wally is definitely the better build. Well, I'm sure I will enjoy both of them. It's in Kent, yeah, so I guess depending on where in Kent it is, Bluewater, or maybe, is there one in Brighton? It's probably going to be Bluewater regardless. How was the weather at Disney? It was fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Did we get annual passes? We didn't get annual passes because we booked this holiday we're going on in 10 days instead. I think the last time we did a stream, we just had the call from the kennels saying they had this week free for Dave, so we booked Disney. About 3 days later, we got another call from them saying we've got 8 days free towards the end of September. Do you want that as well? And it was like, well, Anna is literally complaining, not like genuine complaining, but Anna hasn't had her Anna holiday, as she describes them. That fits in there, doesn't it? She's not had her Anna holiday for getting on for 2 years. And we're like, well, we could go and do a holiday. So we're going to Mallorca for a week. We've never been before. I've been when I was a kid, but we've never been before. We're off to Mallorca, which means we couldn't then get the annual passes as well. It pretty much tapped us out going to Disney and doing Mallorca. We've done them both cut price compared to how we normally would. I mean, the two of them combined have cost less than our holiday to Lanzarote last year. So I know we'll get a lot of the, oh, 2 holidays in 3 weeks, aren't you rich? No, not really. We've been sensible about how we've done it. And we haven't been on holiday all year, so the money's just sat there. We put money aside each month for holidays, and we've not been on any, so the money's there. But yeah, so we're off to Mallorca, which means we couldn't afford the annual passes. So we'll just get them next time we go, which is fine. Woohoo! How quickly will someone motorise the Chocolate Factory? I mean, the original Lego Ideas submission was designed to be motorised, if I recall. It had like the instructions on how to motorise it with it. So I think, assuming they've not changed it too much, it should just be a case of attaching a motor. So almost immediately, I would like to think. Is the Up House set to be retired this year? I'm not sure. I don't recall seeing it on a list. It's one of those sets that's always available everywhere and always on a big discount that I kind of forget there might be people out there who don't already have it, because it just seems like it's everywhere and always very cheap. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up. I don't know why I've still got my shoes on. Ugh. There we go. When did the info about Tudor Corner come out last year? It was in December, I think. So yeah, don't expect details about the next modular particularly soon. That was when we got our copyright strike, when the leaked images started coming, and we did a TikTok reacting to one of the leaked images, and Lego copyright striked us, which looking back is probably why we didn't get into LAN. They're probably like, well, hang on, this person's literally got an active copyright strike open from us. So that's expired now. So fingers crossed, if that's what did stop us getting in, we'll get in next time. I'm about to make a big parts order. Is it worth waiting for a new gift we've purchased? Yes, because any day now, like literally a couple of days, the Mega Drive controller gift with purchase. I think it's from Monday, so I would wait until Monday and get that. Need to get a real Lego shirt, as I've seen someone on TikTok with one. I have a Lego shirt. I got one from Legoland. It's still got the tag attached. I still haven't taken it to the shop and had the tag removed. But yeah, I bought a Lego shirt when I was there. I showed it on stream and showed how the tag was still attached because I'm a buffoon. Do you think someone will take apart a real Game Boy to make the Lego one work as a Game Boy? I mean, people do some weird nerdy things, don't they? I wouldn't put it past somebody. It wouldn't even be that hard to do because I think scale-wise it is pretty much the size of a Game Boy. I guess the challenge then becomes hollowing it out enough to fit the stuff inside. So, or I guess we've moved on a lot in 35 years. If they could get a working Game Boy to take up much less space, and maybe have one that's like those little retro handhelds you get. I could certainly see someone putting one of them inside one, because I've got one of them that looks like a Game Boy, but it's like a third of the size of a Game Boy. You could easily take the innards from something like that and put it inside the Lego one. Have I built the Eiffel Tower yet? I don't necessarily plan to ever build the Eiffel Tower. It's one of those sets that goes into the category of too big, would not have anything to do with it after it. It would be fun to build, but once it's built, what do I do with it? Where do I put it? It's the wrong scale to go in the city. It wouldn't fit on any of the shelves in here. It's too big to go anywhere in the rest of the house. So it would get built and then disassembled again. So, and plus, from what I've heard, it's a pretty boring, repetitive build anyway. So and if you're going to display it, it's an impressive thing to build and have on display and say, yeah, it's made out of Lego. I made that. Like when we went to this steakhouse in Disneyland this week, above the fireplace in there, they had a massive Titanic. It wasn't a Lego Titanic, but they had a massive Titanic. And it was like that. That is what you do with the Lego Titanic. You have it as a centerpiece of your living room. It doesn't live in a Lego room. And I think it would be the same with the Eiffel Tower. And our living room is not big enough to fit an Eiffel Tower in. Now, maybe one day we could fit a Titanic in there, but we're not likely to have an Eiffel Tower in there anytime soon. If you ever got more space, would you consider having a British city and then in another space have a different themed country city thing? Probably not. We'd just have a bigger city. I wouldn't necessarily limit myself in that way. Just have a big city with different things in. We do have the original Wally, and yes, the new one is smaller. Looking at what Anna was doing with it earlier, I think it's probably about half the size of the original one. Maybe a little bit more than half the size, but yeah, about half the size. Nearly. If you get bored halfway through building a big old set like that and never finish it, what, the Eiffel Tower? I don't think I mean, I say I don't think, I know for sure, I've never got bored partway through a build. I just like putting bricks together. I don't think I'd get bored. But yeah. I know Anna is very different with how she does her build. Anna builds Lego the way she plays games, and I build Lego the way I play games. Anna will have a dozen games on the go at any one time, and she can play a couple of hours of one and then switch to a different one and then switch to a different one and then go back to one that she last played 3 weeks before, and have games in her rotation for months or years. Whereas I have one game that I play exclusively until I'm finished playing that game, and then I will never ever play that game again, and I'll add the next game to my rotation. And that's how I do my Lego as well. I will build the set entirely, start to finish, and yeah, never have more than one set on the go at a time. And that, boys and girls, is an example of a difference between autism and ADHD. Got lots of printed pieces on here, which is cool. Is there any other Lego that you've bought that you aren't going to build? No. It's all bought with a view to being built. Some of it doesn't get built for ages. But if I buy a Lego set, it's because I want to build the Lego set. I don't really see any other reason to own it. We all learnt from Toy Story 2 that if you leave toys in the box, they go evil. So I don't want my Lego to go evil. Do you think they'll ever bring out an Only Fools and Horses set? I wouldn't have thought so. I suspect that is very, very, very British. And I mean, yeah, I can't imagine they're going to sell many of them in America, so I wouldn't have thought they would do it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Only Fools and Horses is big the world over, but I suspect it's not. It just seems very, very British. And not only is it very British, it's very of its time as well. I very rarely would go back and watch it, but occasionally, like we'll be at forest holidays at Christmas or something, and Short Stay will put it on, and it's like, ooh, some of this is not okay in 2025. Oh, it's very much of its time. So yeah, I don't think Lego would want to touch it with a barge pole, if I'm honest, for many reasons. Will you do an advent calendar? I've lost where that was. I'm assuming, an advent calendar similar to last year with the Home Alone house. I was thinking about this earlier, and it's probably not the answer those of you who are watching this are looking for, because if you're watching this, you've probably been around a while and probably watched that one last year. But every day when you log into TikTok, it gives you a prompt for on this day and tells you what you posted exactly a year before and asks you if you want to repost it. And I think there's enough of a churn in TikTok audience, which is primarily where that series happened. I think there's enough of a churn in our TikTok audience that I'm probably just going to re-release that every day again and just do the same one again. Just re-release the same videos through the on this day when they come up every day. Oh, crumbs. I don't know where that's fallen off from. So it goes in there. So I think that's probably the plan. Whether I build something else alongside it, I was toying with doing Arkham Asylum, because Arkham Asylum is 24 bags. It would very much be a case of having to build it all in advance and then just save the videos, because obviously I'm going to build it and get it in the city soon after it comes out. So Arkham Asylum is a possibility, but there's not really another obvious one like Home Alone. The thing with Home Alone is it's obviously Christmassy, so it was an easy candidate. But probably not is the answer. I'll probably just be re-releasing the same videos, and they'll be loved all over again. What about a Goonies set? I'm sure I read there's the Goonies set is out in October, I think. I've never seen the Goonies. I know nothing about the Goonies, and I know nothing about the Goonies set other than the fact it is yet another big pirate ship thing, isn't it? And I think if I was going to buy a big ship, that's quite low down the list of big ships I would buy, because I've never seen it. It means nothing to me. And I would rather have the Black Pearl. I would rather have one of the One Piece sets. I would rather have something like the River Steamboat. If I'm getting a big boat, I'd rather have the Titanic. If I'm getting a big boat, it's not going to be the Goonies. Just labelled them as building the Home Alone 2 house this year. I mean, I literally won't even change the labels. I'll just re-release it every day as if it's new. And that way I've got a load of automatic interaction built in, because there'll be people every day saying, this is just a re-release of last year, which is good because that'd be great for interaction. And then there'll be even more people watching it new for the first time and enjoying it every day. So I just don't think there's a particular reason to do another one, especially with Football Manager being out by then. I'll be very busy with Football Manager. I'll be working some long hours getting my FM content out whilst still trying to maintain this channel, because obviously we've built something pretty cool here. Over the year we've not had Football Manager, and I don't want to just bin that off because Football Manager's back. I want to keep the daily content going here. I want to keep this channel alive, so I don't feel the need to create a load of extra work for myself by redoing something that won't be as good as the first time, because there's not going to be a set as perfect for that concept as the Home Alone one was. So yeah, I'll just re-release the Home Alone one. Yeah, new people complaining about me not watching the movie. Exactly. Right, where do you go, you little rascal? I'm similar to you in the way you build one set at a time, but I bulk buy my sets and plan the builds accordingly. I mean, we've got dozens of unbuilt sets here, so yeah, I am the same. Maybe I'm not planning in as much detail, but I definitely have a lot of stuff available to build. I've got a lot of rebrickables that I'm planning on doing when I find the time and the money to get the parts and get the bricklink orders in and stuff like that. Yeah, I've always got multiple plates spinning. It's just, it's very rare that more than one box is cracked open at a time. This Wally is a lot smaller than the other one, based on what is currently in my hands. Thinking of building a Lego Comic-Con, so may have Wally and Eve among other buildable characters signing autographs. That's cool. I've seen there's one mock that does the rounds at the conventions, which is a Lego convention. So it's a mock of a Lego convention, and it's very, very cool. So yeah, the concept of doing something like that out of Lego is good. It's fun. I have seen the new Lightning McQueen Speed Champion. I am excited by it. I look forward to adding it to the wall and replacing one of my Formula 1 cars with it. That will be a great day when we start removing some of the Formula 1 cars. Has anyone bought the Minecraft Advent Calendar yet? And if so, does the Santa Villager's hat come off? It's in here somewhere. Santa Villager. Santa Villager with no hat. You're welcome. See, public service. It's what we do here. I'm just a helpful guy. Alright. Which side do you go on? You go on there. It's Wally! Yeah, that was a sneak peek of tomorrow's video. Right, back the third incoming. Oh, this is track. This is his wheelie tracky bit. We'll obviously be able to have a bit more of a chat about the advent calendars on Monday's stream, because by then the video will have been out. I don't want to spoil the video because it's still, I think, the most viewed video on the channel is the advent calendar video from last year. So I don't want to give you all a reason to not have to watch I don't want to give you the milk for free. But we can have a chat about my thoughts properly on Monday. Oh, what's going on there? I've got a massive lump in my shoulder. Ow. If I'd broken my collarbone somehow, would that hurt if I'd broken my collarbone? Feels like my shoulder... Feels like I've dislocated my shoulder, but it doesn't hurt. It's just a lumping. I'm sure it's fine. Let's not worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just from sitting at this table all day. Ah, lovely. Right, let's get all these little rascals on. Do 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 do. Ooh. Right, where do you go? You go there. Are you the same both sides? I think that you are. So I guess you just go on thusly. And now we've got to get his little wheels on. His little tracks. Quite tuneful. I'm a tuneful guy. I only pretend when Anna's here that I can't sing. I'm actually very talented, but I don't want her to be intimidated by how talented I am. So I pretend I can't sing, and I just deliberately am a bit annoying, so she doesn't realise how great at singing I am. All right. What does this, where do you, how do you, what's happening? Okay, so you go through there, you go through there. I'm getting confused. There's too many pieces in front of me. Yeah, you go on there. I've been watching you for 5 years, and this year my wife now watches Block Party. So we have double Kev every day. That sounds like you are living the life. Thank you very much for the support. All right. We had something happen when we were at the Royal Banquet that's never happened before. For many, many years, that's just reminded me, for many years I've been recognised as the football manager guy. For the last year or so, we often get recognised as the Lego people. But at the on the way into the Disney Royal Banquet, someone recognised us as the Disney people, as the Disney vloggers. They'd been watching our previous Disney videos. So I guess I'm officially a Disney vlogger now, which is very exciting. As I'm saying, it's never happened before. I remember it happened on the cruise we went on earlier in the year as well. We got recognised as cruise vloggers. It's fun. It's so much fun. It makes Anna cringe so much, which makes it even more fun. If you ever see us out and about, make sure you say hello. And make sure you make it very clear to Anna that you recognise her as well. Right, where do you go? Oh, 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28! Incidentally, my age. Who'd have thought? What a remarkable coincidence. So am I assuming several of you have already built this set? I can see Mark is there telling me to count to 28. So you've obviously built it already. It's only been out like 6 days. You bunch of building rascals. What else have we been building from September? Has anyone built Hogsmeade Village yet? Because I've now had a proper close-up nose at that in the Lego store at Disneyland. I could get at it from all angles. It is nice. And I've seen Mr. Bookieboo has got it integrated into his Lego City. And that looks nice as well. That doesn't help. I mean, I am still officially, my official party line is still, it's too expensive. It's overpriced when compared to Diagon Alley. It's overpriced when compared to anything else that's in the Lego City. But it does look really nice. So what I want you to do is tell me you've built it and it was rubbish. Please and thank you. My family were in MK when you were there the other day. Sadly, I wasn't there with them. I would definitely have said hello if I'd seen you, and that would have been lovely. We've got international as well, by the way. We were in the Lego store at Disneyland yesterday, and one of the employees started waving over at us. And I was like, "Oh, here we go! I'm being told I'm not allowed to film in here." And he came over, said he watched the videos, and shook my hand. So we've officially got at least one French viewer. He said he'd already seen the video in there from the other day. So yeah, we've made it as far as France, which is Jolly excellent. That's cool. I like that. I built it and it was rubbish. Thank you. So I don't need to buy it. Good. Good, good, good. He also said, because I said, oh, can we have one of those black pearls you've got out the back? And he was like, there are some out there, but no, you can't have one. So yeah, if you've been to a Lego store in the last few days, the black pearls are in, the Arkham Asylums are in, the Willy Wonkas are in. They're all sat out the back in the Lego store. You just can't have them yet. I said to him, I promise I won't tell anyone. Go on, let me have one. I won't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone where I got it. You'd never have figured it out. If I'd have been sat here tonight building the Black Pearl, you'd have never figured out where I got it from. It would have been a mystery. A forever mystery. But yeah, he was wise to my antics. Go and do some robbing. That's not a bad idea. I often consider a life of crime might be where this Lego hobby inevitably ends up. It's going to become the only option at some point, I think. Doesn't look like there are many modular buildings for sale in the new catalogue for the Lego auction. I got the email this morning. I haven't gone through the catalogue yet, and the auction's happening while we're on holiday anyway, so I won't be partaking. I'm not taking a whole day of our holiday to sit there watching a Lego auction. So yeah, you lot are free to bid on this one. The next one, when I'm back and I want something, you're not allowed to bid. I don't want you coming up against me. But this one, you are allowed to buy whatever you want from, because I'm not getting involved. I think that's very fair. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Is that right? I think that's right. Is that how it was on the other one? Doesn't look right. I mean, it must be. It just doesn't look right. That seems right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, that one got stuck to my finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Here we go. Who runs the auctions? All the details are in the auction video that I did. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but it's all there. Go watch the video. It's a great video. Watch it after the stream. You'll then know who's running it and how it works. Considering buying Diagon Alley, was it a good build? It was. It was a lot of fun. I mean, if you're going to buy it, this weekend is the time. It's never going to be this cheap again. It's still discounted, isn't it? Double points and an insider's discount, and it retires this year. This is your time. You'll be getting it for a lot less than I got it for, and I don't regret getting it. So yes, it was good. Ah. Do, 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 do. Come on then. Clicky, clicky. Clicking it all together. Lots of clicking. Feels like this has already been more than 28, but I trust Pascal's counting. He wouldn't lie to us, would he? That little rascal. The handsome rascal that he is. I've got a new, very nice Wally jumper that I got at Disneyland, which, if it wasn't really hot in here, I would wear. Because it would be appropriate, but it's too hot to wear jumpers in here. But trust me, it's a nice jumper. If you've been watching the TikToks this week, you'll have seen the jumper. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, come on then, Wally. Very cool. What a cool guy. Just bought Diagon Alley. What, on the discount at the moment? You've done very well then. Oh, you're the person who just asked if you should buy it. Yes, you should have done. You did very well. When's Gizmo out? 1st of October, I think. I haven't looked properly at October yet, but I think that's October. I think we've got the big Star Trek set, Gizmo, Goonies, the Winter Village train thing, the Rocks, and probably some other stuff that I'm forgetting because I've not looked at it properly yet. Anna really, really wants those rocks, by the way. Really wants those rocks. Alright, so you go on there like that. I don't know why I've only built one arm when I was supposed to build two. Let's go back and build a second arm. There's a Christmas tree. Oh, of course, there's the bunch of all the Christmas stuff as well. The gingerbread house, the gingerbread camel, the upscaled Santa. Yeah, there's a load of Christmas stuff out. I'm going to get the gingerbread mechanical camel, by the way. That is going to be marauding around the Winter Village. I think it looks cool. I think there's a certain block party poetry to the only AT-AT we'll ever own being a gingerbread one. So yeah, we'll definitely be getting that on launch day. I'm going to be there with all the Trekkies getting their big pancake, their big grey pancake, and I'm just going to be there. Give me the gingerbread. Give me that gingerbread. That's all I want. Gingerbread. Oh, that's cool. His arms move around. That's so cool. Thanks for the heads up about this set at Costco. Nipped to the Edinburgh branch and got it yesterday. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I've got my the line break there does you no favours. I've got my eyes on the Willy line break Wonka Chocolate Factory set. Yeah, it does look cool. I can't afford it this month with Arkham Asylum and everything that's coming in October, but it's one of those that will go on my long-term waiting for a deal list because I think it does look cool. I am going to put this inside just to keep it out of the way because I'm going to lose it, and I assume that's where it's supposed to go. Right, bag 4, but first, where's my little bottle of pop that I had earlier? Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Have we seen the Pokemon rumour as well, by the way? I can't believe we're not talking about that. You're asking the wrong questions, boys and girls. There's like a 6,000 piece Pokemon set coming out in March. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be one of the biggest Lego sets ever. It's going to be it's in the top 10 most pieces for a Lego set ever. And it's going to be one of the launch sets for Pokemon. What on earth is it going to be? Are we just going to get a 4-foot tall Pikachu? Or are they going to do something really cool? I need to know. A big Pokemon ball. I'd buy it. I think it's $600 set. It was listed as like 6,000 pieces, about $600. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what it is. It's Pokemon Lego. I'm buying it. No negotiation. I am buying it. A slice of a Pokeball with scenes. I'd buy that. I actually think, and I know I'm not a Star Wars guy, so I don't really get a vote, but I actually think that Death Star is really cool. And I think if I was into Star Wars, I would want it. And I would want it more than a big grey circle. I don't really see the appeal for all these Trekkies of a big grey ball that you can't see inside for £1,000, when you could have a massive thing the size of your TV full of loads of little scenes from your favourite movie. I think that's a much better concept. But obviously I don't get a vote because I'm not a Star Wars guy. But I think it's cool. But yeah, imagine if they just did a completely spherical, massive Pokeball as a proper 2 fingers up to the Trekkies. Because obviously a Pokeball should be the size of like a cricket ball. You don't need it to be any bigger than that. A Pokedex with 151 minifigures. That would be awesome. Some Lego reviewer really tore into the Death Star set. He was underwhelmed with it and its cut-rate minifigures. I don't understand the obsession some people online, and I think it is only the people online. I don't think there are normal people out there who think like this unless they've been told to. But I honestly don't see how anyone is judging $1,000 Lego set based on the minifigures it's got in it. The same minifigures that are 3 for $7.99 on Build a Minifigure. The same minifigures that they give away as free gifts on the front of Lego magazines. As far as I'm concerned, minifigures are an afterthought that you add to your big expensive set to do cool scenes with it and have a bit of fun with it, but it's not something I consider for even a second when deciding whether or not I'm going to buy a set or deciding whether or not I like a set. It's bonkers. I don't see who or why it was decided that the most important thing was the tiny little figures rather than the actual Lego set. But I guess someone did decide somewhere that was the case and has now made that decision for everybody, and everyone now does as they're told because the decision has been made by someone who's an expert. It's just bonkers. What's been one set that hasn't been released that you would love to be a Lego set? Wembley Stadium. Easy peasy. Easy answer. £900 with 50 stickers You could buy Arkham Asylum, Willy Wonka and Pirate Ship and still have change. Yeah, again, I don't care about how many stickers are on it. The stickers make the set look cool. It would be rubbish without the stickers, so I don't mind if there's stickers. But yeah, I agree. I wouldn't spend £900 on it. Because like you say, you could... I mean, I literally made a video. These are all the things you could buy for $1,000. I did so many baskets of example. You could buy all 4 current modulars and have change. So yeah, I absolutely wouldn't buy it. But at the same time, I can think it's cool and think it's better than it would be if it was a big grey ball. Do you think there'll be more football stadiums? I don't think so. I don't think they sold very well. Because they made the mistake of making stadiums for clubs. So, like, I'm a big football guy. My job is football. I'm never going to buy a piece of Manchester United merch. I got the new camp because I went to the new camp before it got knocked down and rebuilt, and it was cool. It was like football Disneyland. I'm not a Barcelona fan, but I could appreciate that place was cool, so I bought that one. But I had the Bernabeu but never built it and ended up selling it, because I've got no connection with Real Madrid. And I never would have considered for a second buying Old Trafford, because I don't want to own Manchester United stuff. So they kind of, what was already a niche product in that I don't know how much crossover there is between football fans and Lego fans. Certainly a lot of my people who follow me for the football stuff furiously mock the Lego, because they don't understand why I'm still playing with kids' toys. So I think there's probably not a huge crossover there anyway. But then when you're already taking a small section of the Lego fandom and segmenting it even further by bringing the football club you support into it, they just set themselves up to fail with the football stadiums theme. They tried it 3 times. I don't think any of them sold very well. And they've kind of proven to themselves it doesn't work as a concept without really giving it a fair crack. If they'd have done Wembley, for example, every football fan buys Wembley. Part maybe from the Scottish ones, but everybody else buys Wembley. They just started wrong. The argument seemed to be that keyring minifigures for $5.99 were better than the ones in the $1,000 set, so they should have at least have the best version of each in the most expensive set ever. I mean, buy the keyring then if it's only $5.99. Who cares? It's such a weird thing to get upset about. Be upset that it's $1,000. Don't be upset about what minifigures are in it. Who cares? Be upset that Lego have the audacity to charge that much money for it. And while I'm on my soapbox about this, I've never seen this before with other sets. It's just because it's a big Star Wars one, I guess, because it's the most expensive one ever. I don't know. But the amount of people who are like, so it's $1,000 in America, but £900 here. Based on the exchange rate, it should be £750 here. I'm getting bored of typing that the UK price includes VAT. The American price is before sales tax. VAT is 20%. If you take that 20% tax off of the UK price, guess how much it is? £750. So it is directly comparable. It's just we, in our quoted prices, already include the tax, whereas in America they apply it at the till. But yeah, them lot seem to have come out of the woodwork a bit. People love complaining about something that they don't really understand. Oh, good old people, eh? The internet's great. I've got an eyeball. Which way around do you go, Mr. Eyeball? You go like that. Do you go on? What's going on? Why will you not click in? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is cool. What a lovely set. Look, he's got half a face. That's the only negative you can find. Why are you not really celebrating how incredible it was? Yeah, I know. It's mad. The problem is, and it's just the internet eating itself as usual, because the problem is negativity gets more clicks than positivity. If you release a video saying the new Star Wars set is really great, no one's going to watch. If you release a video saying the new Star Wars set is an overpriced piece of trash, everyone with passing interest in Star Wars is going to watch it. So because negativity sells and negativity gets clicks, it then encourages negativity. So you get people, and I'm as guilty of it as anybody else. If there's anything I can be negative about in a title, goodness me, I'm going to be, because people will click on it more. One of our most viewed videos ever is me trashing a Lego convention that was rubbish. But I don't really know how you get around that. I don't know how we solve the internet, because it's not that the platforms are forcing that. It's human behaviour. You're more likely to click on the negative than the positive. And yeah, I don't see how that's going to change anytime soon. But it does mean you will naturally get videos like that. It's one of the reasons I made the other things to spend $1,000 on video, because I'm like, it's capturing that right amount of grumpiness. Surprised you have time for a stream with the new Empire FM save. I mean, I run more than one channel. I can't dedicate all my time to Football Manager. This channel makes me more money than that one at the moment. The surprise should actually be that I have time to play Football Manager at all when I've got so much Lego content to make. Lego's been paying the bills for the last year. Right, that is Wally done. With his nice poseable arms and poseable head. Neck that actually works this time, unlike on the previous one. I think that's a really, really cool set. I mean, part of a set. It's a really cool build. And now we're going to build Eve. I actually think with how slated this set is, if someone did a video titled, I think the Death Star is absolutely worth $1,000, it would blow up. Maybe I will. Lego money versus FM26 for a few months won't compare. Oh no, definitely not. Yeah, first, the great thing about having this channel as well is for years I've been looking for something to soften the curve a little bit. I've talked many times about how in the nearly 10 years I've been doing YouTube as my job, my income has been very weighted towards the 3 months around the Football Manager launch. And I'll earn like 60% of my money for the year between October and January. And then the rest of the year, not. So it's very, very, very seasonal. Whereas because Lego is not, and Lego is pretty smooth across the year anyway and has new releases every month, it's quite nice having this there just to flatten those ups and downs a little bit. So yeah, the first few months of Football Manager will be bananas. But then I imagine by March, April time again, we'll be back to this channel earning more money. And this channel won't have particularly changed. It will just be the way the Football Manager is so up and down. And this will just be solid. Or in fact, it's not even solid. It's gradually going up. So the channel's growing all the time. So it's gradually increasing, but we've never had a month that was worse than the one before yet on this channel, whereas Football Manager, it's very, very cyclical with the game cycle. Whereas this channel, we've been going nearly 2 years and every month has been better than the one before. So this channel is just steadily going up, slow and steady. So yeah, I imagine we'll have our usual crazy launch period for Football Manager. But then when we get out the other side of it, rather than being like, oh God, now we've got to spread this money out for the rest of the year, it'll be a case of, oh, okay, we're just back to where we were 6 months ago, only look, the Lego channel's grown even more. That's cool. So yeah, it's quite nice to finally have another channel that is doing well. And who knows where we'll be in a year or two if this channel keeps growing. I imagine it will be quite close by the end of 2025, which channel has made the most money over the course of that 12-month period. So, yeah, they get equal focus now. And then we'll judge it again this time next year, whether they continue getting equal focus or whether we have to focus on one more than the other. But I don't expect to see me go back to 95% of my time being on Football Manager ever, because I've got this now. Don't need to put all my eggs in one basket ever again, which is jolly nice. Kev, you build so quick, about to start bag 4 and it's been 2.5 hours. I don't think I build particularly quick. I've just been building Lego a long time, I guess. Anna says I build quick, but it's just muscle memory, isn't it? I've built, I mean, this is a misspent childhood. I've got a GCSE in Lego Technic, remember? How long would it take for this channel to outdo the FM channel at its peak at the current run rate? I haven't looked at those numbers because I don't think it's a very healthy thing for me to do. If it happens, then we'll celebrate when it happens, but I don't want to put any expectations out there that it ever will. I don't know where the ceiling is for a channel like this. Football Manager during a busy launch period will get around 2 million views a month on that channel. Whereas I look at someone like Brixie and I think Brixie gets between 2 and 3 million views a month. And Brixie obviously is massive. But he gets those consistently throughout the year. Whereas I'll get 2 million views a month. I'll get 2 million views in like October, November, December. And then it will start to drop on Football Manager. So, yeah, I don't know. Are we ever likely to be as big as Brixie? Probably not. He's been doing it like 10 years. We've been doing it 2 years. So a lot of catching up to do there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know is the answer to that. It doesn't need to get to the point where it outperforms Football Manager. It just needs to carry on supplementing it so that we don't rely. I don't ever want to 100% rely on either of them. I don't want to 100% rely on Lego. I don't want to 100% rely on Football Manager. I don't want anything to. I don't 100% want to rely on YouTube. It's why I'm putting so much focus on TikTok. I've lived through 2 adpocalypses as well. Remember, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to completely stop doing Twitch, even though I've not done it for a while. I need to get back into Twitch. I don't want to rely on. This last year has taught me a lot about having all my eggs in one basket and not to do that. I made the mistake of watching Work the Spaces video about the new FM trailer and I'm not excited about FM26 anymore. Jack sucked all the fun out of it. That's what he does. Don't watch him. He's a monster. He's a fun sponge. That's another job for tomorrow. I need to make a video about that. That isn't just me sat in a hotel room, not even showing you game footage. I haven't even looked at the Steam page for it yet. Have we got screenshots of any other part of the game? I loved your cameo on Dr. Ben's stream. His chat were confused how you got a video out so fast. Amateurs. I mean, should I tell you how I got the video out as fast as I did? I mean, are we all aware that the trailer leaked? The trailer leaked earlier in the day. So I may have made my video when the trailer first leaked and then just put the official trailer over the top of where the leaked trailer was and released that. But it may have been recorded before the official trailer was out. Obviously, I wouldn't have released it off the back of the leak, but once the leak is there, you're like, okay, well, it's been leaked. There's an official one on the way. Let's make the video based on the leak, and then I can just change the footage. It's not my first rodeo, boys and girls. I know what I'm doing. Right, we've got a little. Oh, this isn't Eve, is it? This is one of the other guys. I got that far into it before realising that we weren't building Eve. There you go. So we've got him as well. Is Anna broken from Disneyland? No, not broken, just tired after all the travel. Just got some of my old Lego instructions and scanned the QR codes and did a review, then entered in a prize draw. Apparently, if you win the draw, you can pick up a set of £80. Is this true? I don't know. I've not seen the details. If it's the Lego website telling you that, there's no reason to think it's not true. Hope you're doing well. I'm also building Lego right now. I picked up a little T-Rex Jurassic Park. Nice. Is the electric chair a success? Yeah, it was really good. She'll tell you all about it, I'm sure, on Monday. And we'll start getting the vlogs out next week, so you'll be able to see it in action. But yeah, we didn't have any instances where I had to push it, which is a big upgrade from the scooter. Does Lego give you free sets? As I've seen other creators post all the free Lego sets they get. We don't get that, no. We're not in the Lego Ambassador Network. We'd like to be, but we're not. So no, we don't get anything free out of Lego. The only free Lego I've ever had came from Epic Games rather than from Lego themselves. And it was actually given to me as a gaming creator rather than as anything to do with this channel. But when the Fortnite stuff all came out last year, they contacted my management through my gaming channel and offered me those. So I got all the Fallout stuff for free. Not Fallout, Fortnite. I got all the Fortnite stuff for free before launch last year. But that's the only free Lego I've ever had. How can you be an ambassador? You just have to apply and Lego decides to let you be one. We have applied in the past and been turned down. We currently have an application in. Fingers crossed they let us in at some point. We'd quite like the free Lego, thanks. I mean, as I've said a million times, it's not even necessarily even the free Lego that's the appeal. The appeal is, the best thing about being in LAN, from what I can see, is that you get all the embargo dates and all the press releases. So similar to what I was just saying about how I got my Football Manager video out so quickly, you can kind of do the same thing with Lego if you know the dates. Because whenever a new announcement is made, I make a TikTok and usually have a TikTok out within half hour, an hour of the announcement. But I have to wait for the announcement to happen. I don't know when the announcement's going to happen. I'm literally there looking at Reddit, looking at Instagram, just checking in on it throughout the day. And, oh, lots of people are talking about this set. Has it been officially announced? I then go and look for it on the LEGO website. And if it's on there, I know it's official and I can make a video on it. And then I'll make the video then and upload it. Whereas if you're in the LEGO Ambassador Network, not only do you know when that stuff is happening, so you can plan for it, but you also get all the information in advance, so you can make your video in advance of the embargo and just have it scheduled to drop at the embargo time. So rather than me having my thoughts out within an hour or so, I'm dropping my full thoughts with all the correct information the second the embargo lifts. And that is a huge competitive advantage that the LEGO ambassadors have over those of us who are not in LAN. And that's worth more than the free LEGO is. Like, that competitive advantage will make them more money than they will be getting in free LEGO. So yeah, if LEGO want to do a lower tier of the ambassador network that just gives me the press releases and the embargo dates, I don't need the free LEGO, thanks. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't need it. What I need is that information, because that is worth so much more to me than the free LEGO would be. So yeah, that's the main reason I want to be in LAN. Apparently it even took Brixie 3.5 years to become a LAN ambassador. Yeah, lots of people have said, oh yeah, I applied X number of times before I got in. And I'm not like worried that we got declined the first time we applied. I'm sure we'll get in eventually. It would just be nice to get in sooner rather than later. Will there be Disney vlogs going up next week? Yes. Love your videos. Can't wait to pick up this set, as I recently bought the big Wally and love it. The big one is great. This one is quite a lot smaller than the original one, but it is cool all the same. I didn't build the original one. Anna built it. So this is the first Wally I've built. Or I guess I've built the Brickhead as well. But I am a big Wally fan, and this is a very cool set. He is a very cool guy. But you need the Lego 2 if you want to release a review of an unreleased set at the embargo. No, I'm not looking to do a review of the set at the embargo. I'm looking to... I don't know if you follow me on TikTok or not. What I'm doing with those TikToks when sets are announced is literally showing the store page on lego.com and giving you my thoughts on what I can see on the store page. So I'm not reviewing the sets. I'm reacting to the announcements. And that's where I get the bulk of my TikTok views, and that's where I make the bulk of my money on TikTok, is through reacting to Lego announcements. But I'm getting in there an hour late on every one because I have to wait for the announcement, then react to it. Whereas if I had the information in advance, I could have those reactions already recorded and literally just drop them when the embargoes lift. I don't particularly care for... I don't want to be doing... I don't know how many Lego people you follow on TikTok and Instagram. I don't particularly want to be holding up the box with a big cheesy smile when the embargo lifts and says, look what I've got. It's a box of Lego. I want to be making my style videos at that point. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get there eventually. Yeah, I'm not particularly interested in doing build reviews. They're not my thing. I see myself as more of a news guy than a reviews guy. What announced sets am I most excited about for next year? I mean, there's only one set announced for next year. This is another level of complication with how Lego do things. the one set announced for next year is that Lightning McQueen Brickheads. Nothing else is announced. Nothing else is official. There's a lot that's rumoured, but the only announced set was announced yesterday, and it was Lightning McQueen. So I guess, to answer your question, Lightning McQueen, because it's the only one that's been announced. Are you still going to buy Speed Champions now the wall is full? Yes, I want to get all those Formula 1 ones off there. I want to get them replaced with proper Speed Champions. So that's the next goal. Make that wall Formula 1 free. And then maybe I'll get one of those display cases for the Formula 1 stuff that look quite cool. Not that I'm into F1 at all, but I've obviously got the Lego. I may as well display it nicely. The next couple of months, Arkham Asylum is the one I'm most excited about. It's out on Tuesday. Is the 9th Tuesday? Tuesday, Wednesday? One day this week, Arkham Asylum. Been looking forward to it for a long time. So yeah, that's the one I want. All right, so this goes on the yellow side. Lovely. Where's my beverage gone? Tuesday my wallet isn't looking forward to, as it's also when Chocolate Factory comes out. Chocolate Factory's not out until the following week. Chocolate Factory's the 15th, I think it's 18th, early access on the 15th. Unless things have changed while I've been in France, it was Arkham Asylum on the 9th, Black Pearl on the 12th, Willy Wonka on the 15th. They were the dates last time I looked at the start of the week. So your wallet might have a little bit of a reprieve for a couple of days. Because I made a TikTok complaining about the fact I've got to drive to Milton Keynes 3 times in a week to do 3 different launch days. Maybe Lego have responded and put them all on the same day. That would be ideal. Yeah, I think it's the 8th. Willy Wonka's the 18th, but early access for insiders on the 15th, I think. If I recall. But yeah, it's a strange system. They've been experimenting with it more and more this year, of these staggered release days, and this is like the culmination of it, having 4 release days in a 2-week period, which I get from a like store busyness management and website traffic management and logistics management. I get it makes sense to not have all the rush happen on the same day. I fully understand it from that point of view, but I do think it takes some of the launch day excitement away. And one of the more exciting things about Lego as a hobby, which can be quite dry for an outsider looking in, but when you see those people queuing around the block on a launch day and loads of people excited to buy their new sets, and there's 70 new sets coming out and people are buying all sorts of different things, and you have to decide, are you getting this one, are you getting that one, and there's so much buzz and excitement, and it's like you're at an event. But then on the flip side, I've been to the Lego store on these days where there's only one set coming out and there's another one coming out in a few days, and you walk in there at opening and there's no queue and it's empty and it's quiet and it's just not the same. It certainly doesn't make for as exciting a video, but I don't think it makes for as exciting an experience for a normal person either. So I don't know, I think any decisions that stop a hobby from being as exciting as it was before, you have to question the logic behind the decision. But I guess from Lego's perspective, if it ultimately leads to them selling more sets and having less website crashes, then I guess they're right and I'm wrong. And we'll just have to accept that launch days might not be as exciting going forward. We might not have January the 1st with dozens of sets coming out. It might be, oh, well, you get Lego City on the 1st, you can have Harry Potter on the 5th, you can have some Star Wars on the 10th. And it's like, oh, it's just not the same. But I guess we'll see. We will see how it all works out. The fact that they're going further with it must mean that the experiments they've had with it so far are working. They must be able to see from their end that it's improving business for them, which is what it all comes down to eventually. They must have some data supporting. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that from their perspective it makes a lot of sense, or else they wouldn't be doing it. And I imagine for the vast majority of people, I mean, I imagine most people just buy online anyway, and it's a non-issue. I can't imagine there's many people like me who are going to drive an hour each way to the Lego store 4 times in 2 weeks. Especially when I don't plan on buying all the sets. I'm literally going to be driving there on the 12th and the 15th to look at the Black Pearl and Willy Wonka and look at people buying it. But I'm not buying them myself. I'm going to be driving all that way and not buying any Lego. Because for me it makes sense to go and make the video. So I realise I'm a unique situation. But it just takes some of the fun away, I think. I enjoy being in a busy Lego store on a launch day with everyone being excited and everyone getting something new and different. This is taking shape, and this is the last bag. I'm not getting Willy Wonka anytime soon, no. I am pretty much spent up. I'm using the last dregs of any money that I've got to buy Arkham Asylum. And then won't be spending any more on anything else until after Football Manager pre-orders open. And I can start making some money there again. The feeling of going into the shop is more exciting than sitting at home looking at a screen. Exactly. Thinking of purchasing a Home Alone house as a nostalgia film for me. What's a good price? I mean, the best price I've seen was recently. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being good. Anything, I think around, I can't remember how much the set is. Around 220? How much is it normally? I'm sure it was around 220 recently. But I think it's retiring soon anyway. At least it won't be kids in the queue. No. But that's the thing. I don't know if there'll be a queue for Arkham Asylum now. Because there's going to be a load of people who would have queued up and had a look at it and maybe bought it if it had been releasing the same day as the Black Pearl and Willy Wonka. Or if they'd have all come out on the 1st with the Harry Potter stuff. But now, unless you're really, really into Batman, are you even going to bother going in? How many people are actually going to be there buying Arkham Asylum on launch day? There's no special gift with purchase for it. I'm not expecting a queue at all. I think I'm going to walk in. I think it's going to be really quiet. To the point where I don't even know that I'm going to rush to be there for opening. I'll swan in around 10 o'clock. There'll be no one else in there. I'll just buy one and leave. There'll be nothing else new to show you. Please watch the video, but there'll be nothing else new to show you. Hopefully they'll have one built in store so I can at least show you what it looks like built. But like, there's nothing else new coming out. I've made 2 Lego store videos this week already. What am I putting in that video? if they don't have a built one. Oh, what a complicated life I lead. Right, where's my little bit that I need? There it is. Lovely. On the topic of Lego, very, very tenuously on the topic of Lego, has anyone flown out of East Midlands Airport this year? Because I know a lot of airports have been adding Lego stores. We're flying from East Midlands when we go to Mallorca. Have they got a Lego store there yet? I know they've got one. I know they've got one at Luton. I know they've got one at Manchester. I know they've got one at Stansted. Have they got one at East Midlands yet? And if not, can somebody arrange for them to add one in the next week or so? Because I do enjoy a bit of duty-free Lego shopping. Right, arm going on. Oh, crumbs. Okay, that's cool. It's all posable. That's so clever. It's like properly posable. What a lovely... I've put that arm on the wrong side. Oh, oh, that's not ideal. Oh, that's not ideal at all. Right, let's put those bits back on. How did it go on? So you went like that. And those bits were on the top. Okay. We have to get the hand the right way round. So you're supposed to go on this side. Oh, hang on. Pull that out. And then... Where? And you go in there. There we go. Beautiful. The thing I don't really understand about them spacing the launches out is why not do it on the weekend? Tuesday's so random. Again, I can only assume it's to minimise like store traffic. I guess they maybe they don't want the queues. Maybe they see people queuing up outside the store as a huge inefficiency and they're trying to find a way around it. Maybe they want people to be able to walk up to the store whenever the store is open and just walk straight in and buy Lego without any faffing about. Maybe they've spent years trying to figure out how to stop the queues. The bit that we see as exciting for videos, maybe they see as a failing of them to deliver their product in the most customer friendly way. Because again, looking at it from the perspective of a normal customer who's not there trying to make content, you want to just walk in and buy your thing and leave, don't you? You don't want to have to queue up outside and then fight for a crowd of people. I completely understand it from a Lego perspective. You want to just buy it. So I guess that's why they do it that way. Because then you'll get some people who'll come in on the launch day for the set that they want. You'll get some people who'll buy online. You'll get some people who'll wait until the weekend and maybe get a couple of them. You'll get some people who'll wait until they're all out and then buy the one that they want after they've had a chance to look at them all. And it just spreads the whole purchase out more. It obviously makes sense from Lego's perspective, or else they wouldn't be doing it. Companies don't make decisions deliberately to cause themselves problems. Almost exclusively, if a company makes a decision, you can assume the company believes that decision will make them more money than making a different decision would make. Because their job as a company is to make as much money as possible. So they must think that doing it this way is the best way to maximise the amount of Lego they're going to sell and the amount of money they're going to make doing it. And I guess the costs, minimise the costs involved in them doing it. I imagine if you spread out launch days and have less queues, you can probably have less staff in the stores. Because I imagine you need to have a lot of staff in on a busy launch day. And it might be, maybe on a really busy launch day, you need 15 staff, but on a normal day, you need 3. And actually, total staffing levels, it works out cheaper to spread them out. Because reasons, complicated financial reasons. It could be something as simple as that. Yeah, exactly. A massive queue outside the shop at the weekend stops the casuals coming in. And if you're going to grow the business, you can't just focus on the hardcore. You need to get those casuals in. If anything, they want all us nerds out of the way at the weekend. At the weekend, it should just be casuals. Get us nerds who are going to buy anyway. We can buy online. Or in the week, they don't need to make it convenient for us because we're going to buy anyway. They need to make it convenient for the people who, unless it is convenient, won't buy. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Build. Again, posable head, posable arms. That's very cool. And now we've got the last little build, which is only like 5 pieces. So I don't think there's a lot to it. Right. And then you go there and there and then on top there and then yoink. Oh, this is a boot. Okay, I didn't know what this was. It's the boot that has the flower coming out of it. I know what it is now. Oh, and this goes inside Eve. If we can pull her chest off. Cool. There we go. So the little boot goes in there, like in the film. So boot in chest. And then we've got Eve with a boot in. Wally has got his little compacted trash ball in there. So pop that inside him. And we've got this fella as well. And that, boys and girls, for £48 at Costco. I've just seen this massive. Has that pile been there the whole stream? Goodness me, what a mess. That is one of the best £48 you'll spend all year. What a set. Go get it bought. It's brilliant. It's posable. It's fantastic. So cool. Boys and girls, we are going to wrap things up there because I need to get editing the advent calendar video, which is the reason for the mess behind me, because I want to get that out tomorrow and I want to spend as much time as possible in the Lego City tomorrow because I'm eager to get back in there and carry on playing with my trains. I mean setting up the Lego. So I'm going to go and edit the advent calendar video now so that you can watch that tomorrow, and then we should be back to normal streaming this week. Should be streams on Monday and Friday, videos in between. Obviously we'll have the Arkham Asylum shopping video Tuesday, if that's the day it comes out, and I imagine I'll have it built and in the city by Wednesday or Thursday. I am giddy to get that thing built, and then we should still have streams the following week as well, and then it's after that that we go on holiday and it gets a little bit hit and miss again, but there should be plenty of content. So if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you leave a thumbs up on it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we will see you again